I'm Lisa Edwards from Photo Bacon, and probably most of you know yesterday I gave myself the challenge to book 30 sessions in 30 days. The sessions don't have to be in those 30 days. I just need to book them for, whatever, just sometime this year. And so I got to thinking today was my brainstorming day. How am I going to do this? What kinds of sessions do I even want to book? I went to breakfast with a friend who's a photographer in town, and she was kind of like, whoa, like that's kind of a big goal. Like, what are you even going to book? And I'm like, I don't know. So today I spent my time brainstorming not only what kinds of sessions I wanted to book, but what would be the easiest to book, because I realized 30 days isn't really that much time to create some sort of huge elaborate marketing campaign, that would not even start for 30 days. So I have a little sheet. I created this brainstorming sheet. You guys can, if you want it, you can actually download it for free at photobacon.com/day1. But basically, a few things. I kind of feel like everyone focuses on, what makes you different and build your brand. What are your colors? What's your logo? All that jazz. And sorry, my finger keeps, I'm not used to doing this. And I kind of feel like it's 30 days. I don't have time to revamp everything. That's not an option. I don't have a week to go through all my photos, find better photos, do all this jazz. So I kind of feel like all that's true. We need to focus on what makes us different, and all that. But more than anything is figuring out how to build a mousetrap, how to get people to join your email list or to tell you they're interested in senior photos or family photos. And if there's two photographers and it's me and someone else in my city, and I'm focusing on mainly getting people's email addresses so that I can then email them about my next offer, about senior photos, about all those things, then I'm going to win. I'm going to end up having an audience that hears from me, even though maybe this person is focusing on what makes them different. They don't have an audience. They don't have anyone to then email or do any of those things. So that's kind of my focus, is building a bit bigger email list. And I have an actual, obviously, brick and mortar studio. This is my horrible, messy area. I'll bring you out to my other area here. I'll unbattery this. So I have all these awesome windows. This is empty. So something I need to do is just update my window displays. My husband the other day really got down on me. He's like, it's been like a year since you updated these window displays, and it actually matters. I don't look at women's clothing, more windows, but the local little boutique down the road, I actually look in their windows, even though I have no interest, but they change their displays every day. Or not every day, but probably every week, every 2 weeks. So back to my messy area. I'll plug in again here. Sorry guys, you're gonna get a little bit of hand action here while I plug myself in. So part of what I need to do is do what's easy. I have a ton of photos that aren't displayed that I can just swap out, but more than that is figure out what my goal is. So exposure, and I've said this on my blog before, but just people seeing your stuff in exposure does nothing. People see it and they might be like, oh, someday I need to get family photos, but they don't write your name down, they don't do anything. So creating a call to action even in my window displays. I have a TV up in one of my windows that it turned off 3-4 months ago, so at night people would actually come and they would stand there in front of the window display and watch the photos go by. Well, now that's dead and I need to get that up and going. But creating, I don't know, tomorrow's going to be all about what is my call to action? Am I going to have a little hey, visit lisawareham.com or whatever? Or what I'm going to do to actually try to get their emails from my window display. Okay, so anyway, I'm kind of blabbering on. So what I want to get down into is a few things. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is trying to create more of a content marketing campaign around, well, here, I'll get to that in a minute. So I have my little sheets. So I have somewhat of a plan. So a few things that will be really easy for me to book will be any high school seniors I did this past year, booking a family portrait session. So contacting the mom. This year I'm not doing, for the class of 2017, I'm not doing a senior model program. Last year was my last year doing that. I might do something-ish this year for that, but any senior models or just high school seniors that I photographed, sending out an email to the parents. I've always offered, well, not always, last year I started offering a free family session to any high school seniors that I photographed. And so I feel like I can get my conservative but realistic goal would be 3 of my past seniors that I could get their families booked before they graduate, so in May. So I'm thinking just popping an email, writing some good copy tomorrow to them. I could get 3. Also, college graduation, so I have an event every May, not every May, but most May, for the local university where I photograph the Montana Tech commencement ceremony. And so basically all these graduates and parents are going to my website to a specific page to pre-buy, and I just saw, I have no idea how to use this. I saw a little thing pop up. Let's see if I can find that. I saw a question and now I have no idea how to find that. Ask your question again so I can see it. I'm sorry. But so about 2 years ago, I actually had a thing on there saying, whatever, book for family photos while you're in town for the weekend. And I think I booked 2 or 3. I didn't do that last year. And I'm kind of noticing that I didn't have any college graduation family photos last year. So I feel like I could get 2 from that. So there's 5. As well as remarketing some, posting some of the tween photos I've done to remarket tween sessions, that kind of thing. And then that's kind of what I feel like my low-hanging fruit is right now, that just basically directly contacting high school senior moms to book family sessions, getting those Montana Tech family sessions, and then remarketing some of my tween sessions I've done. Might get a couple there. Though that's the main thing. The one thing, let's see, my action steps, and sorry if this seems a little bit, is there any minimum booking purchase price for your challenge? Oh, okay, so you're asking, what is what's my minimum to consider this a actual session that I'm booking? There's no minimum package. I'm just basically, it needs to be a paid session. These need to be paid sessions, not just a portfolio building session or, a free session. So any of my tween stuff, it's going to be a paid session. Oh, wait, but then I said the free family session. See? You're making me think here. I would, in the past when I've done my family sessions for the high school seniors that I've done, those have always been good sales. So I've offered them the free session, and I know, they know my pricing. I don't have to worry about, going over that whole thing. Are you the right client? That kind of thing. I won't offer it to people who I know aren't the right client. Maybe they, really hemmed and hawed at my pricing and, book the lowest package. Those, I won't even necessarily email them about that, and I doubt that they would want that they would even want the session, just because they know that they probably weren't the right client for me. So I guess those I would consider one of my sessions. Anything else needs to be a paid session. So Montana Tech, the college graduation family photos are going to be a paid session. They can book online, and that kind of thing. I ended up booking, I am doing a Celebrate Mothers mini session event. I did my first sessions yesterday, and then Friday and Saturday I have some. I ended up booking another one for the weekend this morning, and I'm kind of do I count that? Do I not count that? What I'll probably do is start making a spreadsheet, kind of with, maybe that's a half a session, right? I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at. I really want them to all be just full-blown sessions, but, that's how it goes. If I were to, book a big event, which I don't really do a lot, but like the Montana Tech commencement, I would probably count that, even though it's already booked. I'm not counting that for this challenge. I would probably say that's like a 4 or 5 session type thing, that I would count that as 4 or 5 sessions. If I end up doing a mini session thing, which I'm thinking about, I would book that like a Father's Day mini session event. I would market that at the very end of April, so the last week of this challenge, to book the sessions, and you know, those might be like every 2 is actually considered a session. So that's it for today, I think. The main thing I'm focusing on is trying not to get too fancy, and trying to figure out where I can make money and book sessions the quickest with the least amount of effort with what I already have. So again, I've got this. You're gonna see, if you want this worksheet, oh my gosh, I'm gonna switch the video, maybe double tap. Oh, there's my computer. Oh my gosh, this is not in focus at all. So, all right, well, I'm gonna switch this back and then just put it in front of my face. So a huge thing that I think, this is the worksheet, oh my word, I can't even read this. I think we all need to think about what goal we have instead of just exposure. Like, okay, what's the point? Like, how are we going to get in front of people like continuously? And I feel like email is the best way to do that. Oh my word, now I have to look at this. So basically, if I can get continuously in front of someone through my email list, then that's what I want to do, because I can market them, you know, continuously year round. Even if they don't want a session right now, in a year they might be ready to book a family session or a senior session or whatever. And then the other thing I want to focus on for this whole challenge is how I'm going to convert them into a customer. So they're on my email list. Okay, so now what? So am I going to send them a client inquiry magazine? Am I going to call them? Right now, in the past, I've pretty much always just called them and tried to book them over the phone, except for like mini session events, or my tween sessions where they pay right online. So I know there are a lot of other photographers that do like a client inquiry magazine. I've thought about that. So right now I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, whether it's going to be phone call or a magazine. And I feel like I should just do phone call, because I've tried doing magazines in the past and I've just never gotten them done. And so if I want to do this 30 sessions in 30 days, the client inquiry magazine might take me a whole week, and then I wasted a week. One thing I do want to focus on is an email sequence. So once someone gets on my email list, doing some sort of, you know, a 5-day follow-up. Maybe they sign up because I'm doing something that's like how to take great photos of your children, and so it's a 5-day, just a couple tips, email course on that, and then at the end of the 5 days I offer them to purchase a session or whatever. One thing that I was planning on doing last year that I never did was, you know, what to do. It's not really winter. It's still kind of winter here. It's technically spring, but it's still like snowing out today. You know, things to do with your family in Butte when it's like horrible outside and you can't think of anything to do. And so maybe I have a 5-day email sequence with that. And the whole goal, and this comes from more the internet marketing type thing, but, excuse me, I feel like I need some water. But basically, when you want them to sign up for something that they want, it doesn't even have to be like photo related. It just needs to be something that like your target customer in your area wants to learn about. And so you get them, whether it's a Facebook page, you get them to opt in to this, you know, whatever, this content, and then they start to like you and trust you and consider you the expert. So then when you offer them something and try to sell it to them, it's more like you're a friend and less of just a salesperson. Okay, so anyway, I think that's it for today. You can get my little checklist, not really checklist, but brainstorming brain vomit sheet at photobacon.com/day1. And if you want to get updates every day without having to be on Periscope, you can go to photobacon.com/flyingbananas. So I hope I had 3 people. Yay, I'm so excited. I just started this yesterday, so I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to turn this off. I'm a little embarrassed because yesterday I had no one on, and so I was just kind of being a dork, thinking no one would see it, and then I realized, oh, there's a 24-hour replay. Meh. That's okay. Okay, so thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4.